Level up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Jonas. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 385 of the Level Up program and day number 95 of the Black Belt. If you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as playing a blue collar craps style of play. We're going to be continuing on with the Level Up Challenge, and we had a little bit of a mess up with Crapsee over the weekend, so I started a new table, and we also had a bad session on Friday, so we're going to continue on where we started on Friday, actually. We're going to mark Friday as a wash. It was a terrible, terrible day. I think we lost like, I don't know, $500-600 off the bankroll, but we're going to start over actually at $2,400 on a bankroll today. Our win goal is going to be $350. So we're going to try to get a goal bankroll of $27.15 by the end plus. On the YouTube side of things, we got Uncle Hoke with check-in number 1. We have John GT following up with Trampy. We got Chris from Dice DJ, Ken NH, Coach Joe, and Brian Flegel from Green Bay. So welcome to everybody. Click on that live tab on Crapsee. We'll get started in just a few seconds here. I put out a video yesterday, actually 2 videos yesterday. I deleted the first one. They were essentially the same video. One had music, one did not. And the one with music actually had quite a few criticisms or feedbacks, let's say, saying that you don't need the music. And in hindsight, listening to it, the music was a little bit too loud. So I took the music out, reposted it. Make sure you check it out. Good morning, Mike. That video is actually level 1 of the CMJ craps plan that we have going on, which is your low bankroll strategy, which is $330, it's $660 bankroll. So check out the video. Give me some likes if you like it. Leave comments on the video. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to make those as professional as possible and trying to make them as informational, but yet somewhat entertaining. So that way, make sure you check out, I don't know, somewhere around the 16-minute mark or so, somewhere around there, 15-16-minute mark. I actually have a blooper. One of my lights drop off in the middle of filming. I included it on the video, so kind of funny. But anyhow, let's go. All bets set here. My voice is better than the music. Okay, that's good. Anyhow, let's go with Crapsee here. We're not going to do any line bets. We'll go all bets set. We have 13 people playing on Crapsee. And thank you, Trampy. And we're going to go with the 6-2-6-4 dice set. We're going to continue on with the cross sixes. And today we're going to start off with the cold table or walk-up strategy and see how we're doing for the rolling before we jump into the main strategy or light-sided strategy. So we're going to go 6-2-6-4 dice out. And we got a 5-4 hard 9 Big Daddy Max. So let's mark the point of 9. So we have a 6-2-6-4 for our first come out there. We have a 5-4 for the result. And again, first one always takes a while to get entered in here, so that way we can make sure everything's working on the live stream. Good morning, Jeff. Jeff checking in. And that was going to be a single pitch towards us on the left dice, single pitch away on the right side. So it's a double pitch of the dice. And we've got, again, we're going to start the cold table or walk-up strategy to start off with. So we're going to start off with $50 on the DC. So you're saying you're playing dark side on yourself? I don't know how the rolls are going to go. So let's just start off with that. The walk-up strategy is a DC bet followed up by 3 come bets. We're also going to be placing on the next, and on the next roll, we're going to place $18 on that 6 and 8. So that way we can at least get a chance of hitting that once before we take it down. Again, we're going to go 6-4, 6-2. I'm sorry, 6-2-6-4. And we'll go all bets set, dice out. And we got a 2-1-3 ace deuce, and that's perfect for that DC. So that's going to pay out on there. So we got 6-2-6-4. We got a 2-1-3. That is a DC winner. So we got lucky on that one. And we're going to keep that DC up there. So again, we're going to go 6-2, 6-4. Last one was a single pitch away and a double pitch, so only a single pitch of the dice. Both of the rolls were on access. 18 people on Crapsee, you got 19 people watching, 9 likes. And it's going to be a couple seconds here between pushing a button and me rolling the dice. There was some discrepancies over the weekend on one of my Thursday or Friday shows about somebody maybe post betting. So I want to make sure that that is not a case. I'm not going to start any rumors or anything, but that is something that may be happening. So we're going to make sure that everything is entered in and ready to go before we start throwing the dice out. And we got a 4-3-7. So we won on that craps number. We lost on that one. So this is why we're going to go in with the cold table strategy until we get the rolls down and we have an idea of how the rolls are going to go for the day. And so far, it is starting off today like it did on Friday. So that is a wash on that one. That's Lazy Dog pleads the fifth. Good morning, Lazy Dog. Good morning, Kent. So we got 6-4, 2, 6-4. We'll try this one more time on the cousin 1 set. Again, we are going to go with no line bets right now. We're going to do the cold table walk-up strategy, which is essentially the horseman strategy with a CMJ twist. So we'll go all bets set here and dice up. Let's get longer than a 3-roller. That would be nice. Here we go. And we got a 2-3-5, the Justice 5. So we're on the opposite side, the sister number for the come out on shooter number 2. So it's marked a point of 5. And again, we're going to go 6-2, 6-4. That last one was a single pitch away on the left dice, single pitch towards us on the right dice. So it's a double pitch of the dice. Again, we're going to go $50 on the DC. And we'll call this all bet set. 18 people on Crapsee, 17 people on YouTube, 11 likes. Make sure the dice are comfortable. A little bit long on that landing zone. We have a Buckeye buckshot. 3-2-5, another Justice 5. So let's move that DC to the 5. And I think that one was a little bit luck getting that Buckeye buckshot on that one because I felt a little hesitation when I threw the dice in that last throw. So we got lucky. Anyhow, that DC moves over to the 5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go, normally we would do a pass line or a come bet, actually a come bet, but we're going to go with a $25 pass line bet because it's the same as a come bet. And we're going to put $18 on that 6. $18 on the 8, and then we're going to make those bets turned on right now because it is a come out, and that pass line as well as the DC will help cover those bets there. But we'll call this all bets set here and dice out. Again, 6-2, 6-4 is a dice set. Bit high of a bounce on that left die, but we have a 2-4-6 to Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So that's gonna be a single pitch away on both dice, so primary on the front side. So far, our dice are staying on axis today, which is not normal for me. Normally, I have one dice off axis, so this is something, a trend or a way that we need to kind of keep an eye open on that. So that 6 got paid out. We're going to take that 6 and 8 bet down now. And we're going to put another $25 combat. So this is going to be our third unit going out there. If you watch my video from yesterday, you see that there's 4 units that we actually have in play here. Once those 4 units are done, we wait for the bets to pay out or to sort themselves out. Good morning, Kevin Scott checking in. So all bets set here and dice out. 6-2, 6-4 is the dice set. And dice out. Slightly long on that landing zone, we have a 6-6, the hard 12, the OMC craps, all the dots, all the spots, midnight. So that's a primary on top on both dice. And if there's such a thing as a hard 12, that's what we just threw. And that's going to be a combat loser for me. But that's going to be one of the bookends for those of you playing the ATS. So we're going to go one more time. This is our unit number 4 on that combat. Again, 6-2, 6-4. And we will call this all bet set. Dice out. Thank you very much for that compliment there, Lazy Dog. Here we go. And we have a 628, the Duracell 8. Go and support free live content and give that thumbs up where deserved is what Duracell always says. 6264 is a dice set. That would be our primary on top on the left die and an explosion on the right die. So this is normal for me, 1 dice off access. And that combat's going to move up to the 8. Now all of our bets are set and we're going to wait till they resolve. So we've got a $50 DC on the 5. We've got $25 combat on the 8 and then a $25 pass line bet on that 6. So we're hoping for 6s and 8s right now. 6s and 8s would be awesome. 6-2, 6-4 is the dice set that we're going with, and we'll call this all bet set. And let's go all bet set here, dice out. And we got a 2-5-7. So that is going to be a wash for me up on DC as well as the combats there. So that's going to even out, if you will. 6-2, 6-4 is a dice set. We got a 2-5 for the result. So we're going to switch over to that cousin 2 set. Good morning, John C. And we actually lost $4 on that. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So again, no line bets here. We're gonna switch over to cousin 2 set now. 6-4, 6-2 is the dice set. So hopefully we're gonna extend the roll here now a little bit longer, where the 7s are shown a little bit too often for that cousin 1 set. Remember, the cousin 1 set, which is a 6-2, 6-4. If you have an explosion on 1 dice and a single pitch towards us, that produces a 7. Or if you have an implosion on 1 dice and a single pitch away on the other dice, that is also 7. On this cousin 2 set, it's going to be opposite. Explosion, single pitch away is a 7, or implosion, single pitch towards us is a 7. So it's going to be opposite. So hopefully, in theory, we're going to be able to extend the rolls here. 6-4, 6-2. All bets set. Dice out. And we got a 3-3 hard 6 double degen. So let's mark the point of 6. 6-4, 6-2 is the dice set. And we're going to try to go to the light side of strategy right now, since I am semi-confident we're going to be able to extend the roll here by switching over to that cousin 2 set. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go $60 on the 6 and 8. And we're going to go with $50 on the 5 and 9. So that's essentially $220 on the inside. It's $50 on the 5 and 9, $60 on the 6 and 8, 6, 4, 6, 2 is the dice set. And we'll call this all bets set here. Dice out. So we're looking for inside numbers. And dice out. Slightly short on the landing zone. Apparently, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. 167. Yeah. We're going to keep it going on anyhow. So 167 there and 7 out, 0.7 out. Six, 4, 6, 2 again is what we're going to go with. The cousin 2 set. And again, we're going no line bets. So I watched a show last night with Jeremy and Jim the Professor. And it was a good show. And it was interesting, some of the topics they were talking about. So make sure you check that out. Alfredo did a bunch of shows this weekend. Craig has done a bunch of shows this morning. Good morning, Craig, this weekend. Jeff has been doing a couple shows from Mid-Atlantic Crap, so make sure you check all those out. All bets set here. And 6462, this is going to be shooter number 4. So we're on pace to shoot record number of shooters today. And they sucked. Slightly long in the lens zone, we got 314. That it would be the Big Joe from Crapsee Journey. So it's marked to put a 4. 6462 is that dice set. We got 3-1. And that's going to be ultimately a single pitch of the dice. So it was a single pitch towards us on the left side, double pitch on the right side. Good morning, Mel. So Lazy Dog has Vegas in a month, he says. 6462. And again, we're going to go 220 on the inside for this next shooter here. And we got a little bit of recovery to do. All bets set. 24 people on Crapsee. And they out. And we got a 4-5 hard 9 Big Daddy Mac. So that's going to be a single pitch away on that left side. And a single pitch towards us on the right side. So double pitch of the dice. Again, warning signs. I've been throwing a lot of double pitches today. So if you really watch your dice and try to interpret a dice, if you're throwing a lot of double pitches, put in the chat, what's one dice that you do not want to use if you're throwing a lot of double pitches? And this is something hopefully in the past I have taught everyone. But what's one dice that you do not want to use if you're double pitching? We're going to pressure that 9 and that 5 to $85 here. And we'll call this all bets set here. Thanks out. So in the chat, put which dice set do you not want to use if you're throwing a lot of double pitches? Here we go. And we have a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. So that is a good come out sequence so far. Again, single pitch away on that left side, and that is going to be an implosion on the right side. So that was a 1 dice off axis, which is normal for me. And Chris Dice Degen is correct. You do not want to use that hardway set on a double pitch, because if you have a 5-4, 5-4, a double pitch would be a 5-2, 4-3. It's going to be 7s on all sides there. And yeah, the hardway set is the one you do not want to use. Perfect set for double pitching would be the all 7s then. So, Greg says for him, he's not had success with the 3V dice set. And any of the three V's, you're listed the cousin one set of the 3V. So Chris, if Craig, if the 3236 does not work for you, try 3632, which is the cousin two variety. But we'll go all bets set here. And I forgot to press my bets up at a 6 and 8, so hopefully we hit a 5 or 9 here. 6, 4, 6, 2. Days out. Slightly long on that, we have a 5, 6. Minmo Yo. That is cheer coming to us from above. So that's going to be a primary on top on that right side. And that is going to be a single pitch towards our explosion on the left side. So again, one dice off axis. Good morning, Frida. So Craig says 3, 5, 3, 1 is a dice set that he uses that he has success with. And Craig, believe it or not, that is, let me see what that is here. Believe it or not, if you have success, Craig, with the 3, 5, 3, 1, you should have success with the 3, 2, 3, 6 because they're the same dice set, essentially. They're both cousin one sets. So how I know that's a cousin one set is because 3, 2, the 2 should be on the inside here on the right one, and there's a 6 in the front, there should be on there. If you go with your 3, 5, 3, 1, it's the same setup. So you have 5 on the front here, you'll have 5 on the inside, 1 on front, 1 on the inside. So they're exactly the same sets. It just might be something that you saw happening, but you should be able to use both and successfully. So, so then he goes, hence why he's perplexed. Could have been just the time. We are going to go, I'm sorry for extending this on longer than I should have. We're going to go 96 on at 6 and 8 since we forgot to pressure those bets before. And we'll go all bets set here. They saw it. 6, 4, 6, 2 is our day set. They saw it. And we got a 2, 1, 3, ace deuce Alfredo sauce. Good double pitch on that right die. And that's going to be implosion on the left die, 1 dice off axis, normal result. 6, 4, 6, 2, and that did nothing for our bets. We're looking for inside numbers. All bets set here. Stick with the 6, 4, 6, 2. And days out. Slightly long on the landing zone. Ah, damn it. 1, 6, 7. Again, I did not get out of the shooter. So that means we're going to go back to the cold table walk-up strategy and see if we can get some shooting regularities, some similarities, some regular patterns going on with our shooting here. I should 6, 4, 6, 2. All of our rolls have been average or worse than average. I had passed. So again, we're going to go cold table, so no line bets here. So Chris says can't double pitch any V set or cross sixes though. You can double pitch them, Chris, but only 2 of them will show up as a 7 then, and that's the top side and the bottom side if you double pitch it. If you double pitch it, the front side will not be a 7 and the back side will not be a 7. So that's just kind of a little FYI. So with the double pitching, you get away with on the hard reset 4, 7 show up. If you double pitch with a cross sixes, the 3V or 2V, you only have 2 7s that show. So all bets set. And days out 6, 4, 6, 2. They stay cross at the end. We have a 4, 1, 5 truck in camper, marked a point of 5. Again, that's going to be a single pitch away on that left die. Double pitch on the right die, so single pitch of the dice ultimately. And we're going to go up with a $50 DC bet. So I'm guessing, I'm almost positive John will be back on today. After this show, he'll do his daily paycheck and then his regular show, his coffee run show. And I'm expecting today he's going to give us final dates on the Craps for the Cure event, hopefully. He was supposed to have called Casino Quest this last weekend. At least that's what he had said he was going to do over the weekend. So we'll see if that was able to happen. All that's set. And we got a 6-4-6-2 dice set. Dice out. Slightly short again. 3-2-5, Justice 5. So that is another Buckeye buckshot. But that is a different variety than how we set that point. We set it with 4-1. We got 3-2 now. So again, we're looking for repeated dice combinations here, and we're just not seeing them today, which is make me happy. So our DC moves to the 5, and we're going to go with a $25 pass line bet. We're going to go $18 on the 6 and 8, and we will turn those bets on, and we'll work to come out here. So everything on our table is working at the current moment. 6-4-6-2 is the dice set. All bets set. Dice out. And we got a 5-4 hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So let's mark the point of 9. And that 6 and 8 bet did not work for us this time. So we're going to take them down. And our pass line is covering the 9 now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go $25 on the DC. This is unit number 3 for our bets. 6-4-6-2. And we'll go all bets set here. Dice out. And we have 369. That is perfect for us. So that is a center field 9. It's going to be a primary on top on that right die. And that's going to be a single pitch towards us on the left die. So single pitch of the dice. And that 9 is another Buckeye buckshot. So that's a winner 9. So that comeback travels to the 9. That pass line gets paid out. And that would be bet number unit 3. So unit 4 is going to be coming up. We're going to keep that $25 on the pass line here. And we'll see how that works. So we are actually up $25 so far on this shooter. 6-4-6-2. And we'll go dice out here looking for a new point. We already have 2 points established. Wow. Okay. Here we go. And we got a 2-2 hard 4, the fuzzy hard 4, or 2-2 is going to cruise with Brian from Holy Roller, who just happens to be going on a brand new cruise. He left the port yesterday on the Wonder of the Seas. He did a live stream on his deportation as they're leaving port and that yesterday. So it's pretty cool. So we're going to be on that 4 for our pass line bet. And now all of our units are spent. So we're going to wait till some of these resolve before we consider doing anything different on our bets. 6-4-6-2. And we'll call this all bets set. And all of a sudden the chat just got kind of quiet. Here we go. Base out. And we got a 4-2-6, the Kevin the Carpenter 2-4. So that is a dice result we've seen a few times already today. And it does nothing for our bets. Single pitch away on that left side, single pitch on the way on the right side. So it's a primary in the front side. Here we go. Seconds to get your bets in here. 26 people on Crapsee. You only got 19 people on YouTube. Be nice if everybody on Crapsee did watch YouTube as well to help give some credit to the channel and get that video out a little bit more often. A little bet set. Dice out. 6, 4, 6, 2. And we got a 2, 3, 5, the Justice 5. So that's going to suck for our DC bet because I believe that takes that DC down. So it's going to be a $25 loss so far coming into this. 2, 3, 5, and that DC bet goes bye-bye. Everybody wave goodbye to it. So all we got is the 9 and the 4. So we're hoping for a 9 or 4 here. So our units are all spent right now with this cold table walk-up strategy. And we might have a shooter going on here. We beat our record so far for the day. And we'll call this all bets set here, dice out. So we're down $25 for the day on this shooter here. So hopefully we pick up either the 4 or 9 so we can get back to even. Dice out. Slightly long on that. We got a 6-5 Minmo Yo. We've thrown that a few times today, but that was not what I was expecting. Let's give you a primary on top on that left die, single pitch towards us on the right die. And I'm out for our bets. 6, 4, 6, 2. And we'll call this all bet set right away. And we got OMC Craps, all the dots, all the spots, midnight. So it's a primary on top on both dice. We need that 8 and 10 for the tall. We need the 2 and 3 for the small. Again, 6, 4, 6, 2. That was no help for us, the midnight. And we are going to have a double-digit shooter finally. So that means Joe is starting to settle in on his throws a little bit here. And dice out. And we got 3, 5, 8, the great 8. That is our first great 8 for the day. That's a single pitch towards us on both dice. It's going to be a primary on the back side. Again, we're looking for a 9 or 4 here in order to get paid out. 6, 4, 6, 2. And we got all bets set. Lazy Dog goes, we got a shooter. And let's go all bets set here. Days out. And we got a 1, 4, 5, the truck and camper. So that is going to be, my dice tracker thing is not working right on there. So that's gonna be a double pitch on that left side and a implosion on the right side. So 6. 4, 6, 2. Yep. Let's get one dice off axis there. I don't know why it didn't work on that last roll there. The tracker. No clue. But all that's set. Looking for a 4 or 9 here. 6, 4, 6, 2 is the dice set. And we got a 4, 2, 6. Another Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. That time it worked. Huh. Okay. Kind of weird. Single pitch away are towards us on both dice, primary in the back, or single pitch away on both dice, primary in the front side. 6, 4, 6, 2. Again, no help for us. We're looking for that 4 or 9. All we need is that 10 for the tall. That's exact. Thank you, Brian, on that one. I will change that because I want to make sure that my statistics are correct. 6, 4, 6, 2. That's why it said that. Okay. 6, 2. And we have 1. There we go. Okay. Thank you for catching that, Brian. So again, we should be all set up here. Yeah, John, see, I have done videos similar to that in the past, and I will be doing some videos in the future, and I'm talking months out on that as well. Especially since once we get to our second degree black belt level, that's what we're going to be really focusing on, is switching between the dice sets according to how your dice rolls are going. Like this black belt level here is all about the 2V, 3V, and cross sixes set. And then the last part of the black belt is going to be about the advanced rhythm rolling. So we are going to be getting into that eventually down the road here. 6, 4, 6, 2, dice out. So a great bring up. And if you put that link for that video on here, oh, he says, have I or anybody? Yes, I have done videos similar to that. 3, 4, 7. Damn it. And I don't know if I have. In the past, I've also put that matrix up with George from CY. He had a matrix that people would do. And I don't know if I have it on here right now on my screens. Let me just double check really quick once. In fact, I know I don't have George's matrix up here. But that has all the different possible dice suggestions as well, but it's very complex. And what I've done is I've taken his matrix and I kind of simplified it so that way it should hopefully be easier to use at the table. And again, that's something in the future we definitely will be exploring, and I will definitely be showing everybody in that. Lazy Duck says they always love the video of dice throws in every position on a table, i.e. showing a release from every base. And that's something that I personally would have to train myself on doing, Lazy Dog, because I've been pretty much training just from stick right 1 or stick left 1, a 1 or 2 position. We'll go all bets set here. They saw 23 people on Crapsee. When I first started throwing the dice, I threw from the end of the table, but I can honestly say I knew nothing of what I was doing from there. So that's something I need to get better at and train myself at as well. Dice out. And again, transparency is the key here. We have an ace deuce, Alfredo sauce. Transparency is the key here, guys. This is a journey for myself as well as for hopefully all of you that are watching. And hopefully as a co-op, as all of us together, we can produce decent results and train ourselves to become better shooters. 6, 4, 6, 2. And we'll call this all bet set. Dice out, looking for a point. We're on shooter number 6 for the day. Hopefully this one will be another long shooter here. We did settle down a little bit on our throws in that last shooter. There we go. Left one kind of bumps hopping off another ace deuce. Wow. Another ace deuce going to come out. So hopefully you're protecting your bets there. Single pitch will win that left side, double pitch on the right side. So single pitch of the dice on axis. Still a safe result, just not a preferred result for the come out. 6-4, 6-2 is what we're going to stick with. And we'll go all bet set here. Dice out. Wow. Talk about a wild left eye. Took off on a 5-6 mid-mo yo. So a pass line winner come out natural. So we're still looking for a point. And that's what primary top and a left side exposure on the left side. 6-4, 6-2. Still looking for that point. Shooter number 6. And dice out. And we got 2-4-6. That is a repeat dice result. Kevin Carpenter 2x4 marked the point of 6. So we are going to go again. Last time here, we're going to go 220 on this side. So this will be our last shooter either way, no matter what we do. We're only 34 rolls in today, so we're a little bit behind target throwing goal. Again, I slowed down a little bit to talk, but I also slowed down a little bit so we can make sure that everybody gets their bets in on time. We'll all bet set. And dice out 6-4, 6-2. Here we go. Slightly short now, we have a Buckeye Buckshot, another 4-2-6. Throwing a ton of Buckeye Buckshots today. That is the same dice result as what we had, or actually the opposite. We had a 2-4 the last time. This is this 4-2. Okay, thank you, Craig, for jumping in here. You are awesome. And Jen said, oh, hey, good morning, Jen. I didn't even see that you jumped in. So good morning. You're late today, and that's probably a good thing because we did not have a good start for the day. We're going to pressure the 6 and 8 up to $96, and then we're going to turn those bets off for the come out. $96, I'm sorry, not 98. And then we'll turn those bets off and we'll wait till the point is established. So all of our box numbers are turned off. We have 22 people on Crapsee, 20 people watching. 6-4, 6-2 is our dice set, looking for a new point on shooter number 6. Slightly short on that. We have a 2-1-3 again. And this is how we started this this series, this shooter, is with 2 craps numbers. So 6-4, 6-2, we have a 2-1. So you can't say that I'm not doing repeat dice throws today, just not the ones that we want to see, which sucks, but it is the truth. So this last weekend, I didn't do anything with the table build like I said I was going to do. I ended up working on that video that we put out yesterday. Again, make sure you check that out. But that was a repeater win, by the way, on that 3. We'll go all bet set here. This coming weekend, I will definitely be working on the table, though. I will guarantee you that. Time is starting to are dwindled down, so we need to get that finished. We're about halfway with that table. It's out. It's like we're short. The dice, they cross on us. 5-2. Damn it. Well, let's go one more shooter here. I know I said that last one was the last one for the day, but not really liking the way things are going here. We're going to switch back to that cousin one set. That was average. I mean, we'll stick with the cousin two. Never mind. Oh, man, that's just discouraging to see that. 6-4-6-2. And that was, never mind. That was a come out. That was a come out, wasn't it? Ah, what the hell am I thinking here? We'll go all bets set here. I don't know what I was thinking there. I should be paying attention to what the dice rolls. So that was a come out because we had the ace deuce and then the 7. So that was a pass lane winner. Natural. 6-4-6-2. And see how the voice changes once you realize that it wasn't a major screw up. And that one was a major screw up because I threw it too far. But we have a 2-2 hard fuzzy 4. The 2-2 is going to cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. So mark the point of 4. And that's going to be a single pitch away on that left side. That's going to be an implosion on the right side. And all of our bets will be turned back on again. Remember, we have $96 on the 6 and 9. We have $50 on that 5 and 9. 6-4-6-2. And we'll go all bets set here. Thank you, John, for confirming that. That was a brain fart by me. It is Monday morning here. Peace out. Not to use it as an excuse. And we got 415, the trucking camper. When both of the dice landed in the corner, both flew to the left, which I have not seen that happen today at all yet. So that was the first time. Not really going to analyze that one too much, because that is not a result that we want to see repeated, although I'll take that number again. So we're going to go to $85 on the 5 and 9. Now we are fully pressed up on the inside. Next inside hit should be at a profit as well as getting out of the shooter. 6-4-6-2. And all bets set. It's out. Here we go. Again, slightly long. We have a 4-5 hard 9 Big Daddy Mac. And that is perfect because that's going to get us out of this shooter. It's a single pitch away on the left die. Single pitch towards us on the right die. So that's going to be a double pitch. Again, warning sign, but I'll take that because we can bring our bets down. Now we have $259 brought back on the shooter. We're down. If I left right now, I would be down about $262 for the day. So we got a little bit of a recovery coming back here. So we're going to go $48 on a 6 and 8. And we're going to go $40 on that 5. And we're going to go with $25 on the field. And the next two hits now we'll just spread across, pick up the 9, 4, and 10. In fact, I could probably do that right now. Let's do that right now. We're going to bring our bets down. I'm sorry. We're going to go 160 across. And we're just going to start trend betting. So we're going to skip right to step number 5 on this level because we had all of our inside numbers pressed up at the time. So we should be able to go right up to step 5 with that. And that's something I'll cover in a future video as well. So all bets set. We're going to start trend betting, get some money brought back to the rack, hopefully. Peace out. And we got a 516, the KitchenAid mixer. That's our first KitchenAid mixer today, but 6 has been a relatively strong number for us today. So let's go to $42 on that 6. So we'll bring some money back to rack, put some back out on the table. We're going to increase that by 2 units. And that was an explosion on the left die, double pitch on the right die, 1 dice off axis, normal result. And I'll bet set. Load dice out here. And 167. Damn it. Well, we're gonna call our quits on that today. Not seeing the results that I want to see. So better to, rather than pick up bad habits here and continue practicing bad habits, to just call our quits, and we'll start it over tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to increase it. So we are actually down $399 for the day. Let's look at our statistics on our rolls. We did start off a little bit weak today. They did come back towards the end, but we have an SOR of 7.0 today, a 6.0 SRR. Strong numbers were definitely that 3, the 5, the 6. And slightly that 11 and 12. So we're throwing a lot of the outside numbers there. 3 of them were outside, 2 were on the inside. Good morning, John. You just missed it, just wrapping it up. But anyhow, box numbers are low today. Inside numbers are expected. 4s and 10s are low. Come out 7s are low. Horns are high. Fields are low. Hardways are low. Everything was low today. Not even close to what we were expecting. So we had 2 bad days in a row here. Prior to that, we had about 4 or 5 days in a row that were really good, though. Black belt statistics through the end of last week, Friday. We have a 9.64 SOR coming into this. 6.7 SRR and a 6.71 BSR, and that's after 4197, so 4,197 rolls. So that's a significant sample size, and we're still keeping those numbers up high enough, not as high as what my goal is, but Travis says he had to go degen to crawl back, but it worked for, okay, he hit the goal, good. You're welcome. Good morning, Donald there. You're welcome for the practice. Good. That's awesome. But anyhow, guys, thanks for joining in today. I hopefully will see you guys all back tomorrow on Tuesday morning. My name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Make sure you check out Pro Craps. He should be going live in about 15 minutes. Everybody have a safe day. Be safe and be prosperous.